past 3 weeks have been full of negativity directed at Wizards and their 30th anniversary, but is it on purpose? Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic Monday morning or whenever you are watching this video. I thank you so much for finding the channel. It's super cool to have you here. I want to have a chat about Magic's big problems this past month and all the things that everyone's upset with and myself is upset with. I want to take it a little bit of a different direction because I think there could be some intentionality behind this. I want to chat about some things I think could come up. So let's go through some of the blunders that Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast have had over the last couple weeks, and then let's get into some of the goals that might be accomplishing. So number one, you have your $1,000 product, 4 booster packs, $1,000. We've talked about it a bunch on this channel. It's 60 cards at $16.75 or something like that per card. Absolutely ridiculous proxies in their Magic 30th year celebration. They hype it up as we want everybody to be included and nobody can afford it. They hype it up as we want to be here for stores, and they give stores one. It's just a disastrous product. It looks really bad. It seems very selfish of Wizards of the Coast. It seems very greedy. It seems very much like Hasbro is pushing this product down. We've talked a lot about this on the channel. This is a great fourth quarter boost for Wizards of the Coast and to Hasbro. It's a whole conversation to talk about, but I think there's more to it than that. We'll get to that in a second. You also have a seemingly rough weekend at Magic 30. Now, I gotta be completely fair. I was not there this weekend. I wish I was. I was not there this weekend. So what I am hearing is just from the internet, which tends to be more negative than reality. Typically, you go to one of these things, you have a decent time, and then you go online and you see all the people that didn't have a great time. That's typically the attitude of things, but let's give it the benefit of the doubt. A seemingly rough experience at Magic 30. You had a $350 command zone to play Commander all weekend at the tables. You could pay $350. You can't make this stuff up, guys. It's ridiculous. In addition to your ticket to play Commander, you paid $350 to go to the command zone, which pictures showed was pretty much empty. Like nobody fell for it. You had the venue close early on Friday night. So the venue was supposed, on the lanyards it said the venue was supposed to be open till midnight. They close it at 7 p.m. on Friday night. They kick everybody out. People are like waiting outside. And then you have these high prices at the official Magic table. Booster boxes just at higher prices than market prices that eventually came down throughout the week. So if you bought something earlier in the weekend, then you go to the table later, you're like, wow, I overspent by $70 or something like that. Kind of crazy. And then the last thing you have in this kind of 30th year drama that's been going on the internet is that those packs that we talked about earlier, they decided to send them out to these, football players and baseball players and people who don't need a free gift from Wizards. They decided to give these out to them to promote on their Twitter, and they took pictures, and the cards are like, they have like a time walk that's like in a hard case and all this stuff. And let's be fair, I don't actually think there's anything wrong with that. I think this is typical marketing strategy in 2022. I think they should have done it. It's a little bit tone deaf when you have the entire community frustrated about this product. But in Wizards' defense, I hate saying that, but in Wizards' defense, like they probably already had like deals with these players to do that. So they probably already sent them out, stuff like that. So anyway, a little tone deaf, but a lot of big blunders going on in the world of Wizards of the Coast. But here is this is where I'm gonna turn it for a second. Wizards of the Coast is not a small company. They are a large company underneath the umbrella of an even larger company in Hasbro. And in order to change and shift and move as a company that size, it takes a lot of time. You gotta go through all the corporate drama and getting things approved and all this stuff. Well, one of the things that we saw that was seemingly a positive in the 30th anniversary this weekend, the thing in Vegas, was that the people who paid the highest tier, I know it's the highest tier, it's not everybody, but stay with me. The people who paid the highest tier were given 4 booster packs of the Magic 30th year celebration thing. So $1,000 in quotations, $1,000 worth of product into their $700 bundle that, so they made $300 off of their bundle. So they gave these things to him. And a lot of the conversation online has been, wow, is Wizards just seeing the negativity and they're trying to cushion that negativity just a little bit by giving out these packs? And I don't think that's the answer. I know that there's some logic in there. I think that Wizards probably intended from the beginning that this VIP package would have 4 of those booster packs in it. They probably just wanted it to be a surprise. They probably didn't want to announce it because they didn't want to pre-announce the whole thing. So I think that this is intentional. I don't think Wizards pivots that fast. I know it's not that hard to do 350 packs or 350 bundles. I know it's not that difficult of a process to add those in, but the idea of giving them to them for free, you've got to go through a lot of the red tape to get there. Stay with me. Enter the 30th anniversary secret layer, which goes out tomorrow, November 7th at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. This is 30 cards, 1 from each year, and there's already a significant amount of value, albeit it's $150 for the secret layer, which is really expensive. But you get 30 cards, one of them's a Chrome Mox. They spoiled a lot of the cards like day 1 when they spoiled, there was a lot of value in it. Seemingly you're gonna get your value worth on current market prices. It's just like Wizards always does. They basically say, oh, the market prices don't exist, but then they price their secret layers at market prices. But a great bundle. You have really cool artwork. I think it's a great product. $150 is a little expensive, but for a lot of people, I think it's a great way to celebrate Magic's 30th anniversary. There hasn't been a whole lot of negativity about this secret layer, other than that they front-loaded the spoilers with the Chrome Mox and the other stuff, which makes sense. They usually do stuff like that. So I am personally, this is the take here, I am personally buying this secret layer with the belief that there will be a Magic 30th anniversary pack with the proxies, the $250, 4 for $1,000, that product, that there will be one of those in each secret layer of the Magic 30th anniversary. Now, I am not telling you, hear this, I am not telling you to buy it and that you should take my advice based on that knowledge. But based on what I believe and this marketing strategy that I think we are seeing from Wizards of the Coast, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm not alone. There's some other people who have been talking about this, but here's the theory, essentially. Wizards of the Coast knew that the $1,000 proxy, the printing the reserve list, the blah, 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 that would cause a ton of anger in the community, which would make this 30th anniversary product the #1 thing that people see this month. Everyone's seeing it. You're seeing it right now. You've probably watched other content creators talk about it. Everyone's negative about it. It has produced so much publicity for the Wizards 30th anniversary product. It is crazy. You can't buy that amount of publicity for a product. But what you can do is make something so negative that everybody talks about it. And then you can give them the product for free after you take the money, which we'll talk about. So Wizards intentionally knew everyone would be angry at the price. They also know that it's gonna sell out. Everyone's talked about this too. It doesn't matter what the product is, it's gonna sell out because it's got the Black Lotus, blah, 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 and they don't wanna leave money on the table. So, okay, we can make a really negative product, but we also know that it will sell out and we'll also make a ton of money for Hasbro and for our business and whatever, for our 4th quarter. So the negativity and outroar makes it the #1 product known of the year. And then they do this secret layer product that is really cost effective. It's cost effective. It seemingly is a good way to buy into some of these cards that maybe you already wanted. Maybe you want to celebrate the 30th year of Magic. Maybe you really like the artwork on some of them. Maybe you're intending on buying $150 worth of it, and then you sell a couple cards to get your Chrome Mox cheaper in lots of ways. So everyone buys that secret layer, then gets given a now $250 pack. Everyone has accepted that this is a $250 pack. Nobody is denying that the pack is worth $250. Everyone's saying, I wouldn't pay $250 for 15 proxies. I wouldn't do that. Everyone's saying it's ridiculous, but nobody is saying that it's not worth it. No one is saying that it's not gonna sell out or that it's not gonna be, no one is saying that the Black Lotus is gonna be worth 13 cents. everyone agrees that it's gonna be kind of an expensive product moving forward. And so you have this secret layer, and if you put one in every secret layer, then everybody who spent that $150 feels like they got a $250 pack, and they're excited, they're stoked. They just saw everybody else be so negative, everybody else couldn't afford it, everybody else was, you know, whatever, and now they're holding what they believe to be a $250 pack. So, that's my take, that's my belief. We'll know in a couple weeks. And the timeline of this, it makes sense. The timeline of this is perfect. They come out with the secret layer, right, on tomorrow, and then it's not till like November 28th, I think, I didn't write that. I think it's November 28th that the 30th edition thing goes out, so you have a whole month. People are gonna, tentatively, with the way secret layers are going, you're not gonna get your secret layer until after the Magic 30th packs sell out, and then you're gonna get your secret layer and you're gonna get one. It's crazy. So let's talk about it. I still hate it. I still think it's stupid. I'm gonna buy it based on the idea that it could happen, but I still think it's stupid. $150 is, it's still a lot of money for people to gamble on an idea that this would exist. It's still a lot of, it's for a lot of people, it still prices people out of getting the cards, and that's frustrating. I would give the odds of this actually happening like 1 in 5 probably, that they actually put this in there. I still think $4 booster packs would have been a fantastic way to celebrate Magic's 30th anniversary. But marketing like this it's actually pretty smart. And if they do something like this, it actually can turn the public's persona on Wizards of the Coast. And you know, things like the Mythic edition for War of Spark. I remember everybody was so upset about this thing. And then they got their uncut sheet and they thought it was really cool to have an uncut sheet. And you know, then they opened the cards and they thought it was a really cool product. And so Wizards has historically been able to turn things around and keep people engaged and keep people excited about their hobby. I think this is gonna be one of those things where we look back on and we say, oh my gosh, that was actually really good marketing. Now, if they don't do this, I'm all in on like, this is terrible. But if they do pull this off, let's see the things that they accomplish. They increase the bottom line for Hasbro. They get a ton of money brought into their own corporation. They make a ton of money. They give the whales a product that, listen, the whales haven't been that upset about this product. There's a lot of people I know who are Magic whales who are actually like excited about this product. Now, that's not where I am, but there's a lot of people who they get the whales kind of going a little bit. They're not reserve list cards. You know, they're not like actual reprints, but you know, some of the whales are even saying like, this justifies the price of the reserve list cards. If this sells out, reserve list cards are too cheap. There's been that attitude, okay? If they pull this off, they get the cards in the hands of people who couldn't have afforded them, and they give you some sort of big excitement right before Christmas, right before the big spending season. You feel like you just got given a $250 product. So very curious what you think about this in the comment section. Am I completely off base? Am I completely wrong? Love to hear. Hopefully you have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know what you think of that, the 30th anniversary secret layer as well. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and I hope you have yourself a fantastic day.